On the inside line. Blake Molan didn't want to lift there, but in the end might have been a better option. He's lost a lot of ground there to Masson. Masson's gone, and Blake Molan might now be in danger from Patrick Fantastic in that black Tudor Watches car. He's still got Jan Seyfarth behind him, Patrick Heisman. There's our race leader, René Rast. No, it's not, that's Tim Bridgman. René Rast leading from Jeroen Bleekemolen, Nick Tandy in third, Stefan Rosina in fourth. And this is the battle. There are our top four, and good to see Nick Tandy pulling away of the red car of Rosina. Well, here's Masson. Yeah, Bleekemolen trying to turn in there. Masson making sure he wasn't going to be able to turn in alongside. Entirely within his rights. Masson's line didn't waver. There's the race leader then. Final lap of the race for him. René Rast, pole sitter, ran away at the start and has not been seen since. And Heisman again, very defensive. Jan Seyfarth having a good run down the outside, didn't get an overlap at all. Salman Al Khalifa is the white car right behind. Oh, and he's looking racy as well, Al Khalifa. Here's Seyfarth around the outside, up to turn 4, approaching there at 225 kilometres an hour in 6th gear. It's an 87 kilometres an hour maximum speed through there in these Supercup cars. Last lap, can Seyfarth produce anything here to unsettle Heisman? It's all moderately academic, of course. These are just for the occasional positions. And they're outside of the top 10 at the moment. Sebastian Bleekemolen is in 10th place behind Sascha Masson. So you're looking here at 11th, 12th, 13th as René Rast races on to victory here, as he did in race 1. Great qualifying for him, even though he said he made a couple of mistakes on the quick laps. Managed to get the fastest and second fastest lap to start both races from pole position. Jeroen Bleekemolen in second place. Good getaway from him from third on the grid. And Nick Tandy, well, he's obviously going to need to practice starting these cars because he can qualify them and he can race them, but he's just been turned over at the getaway by the most experienced drivers in the field, and that's hardly a surprise for a rookie. You don't want too few revs, you don't want too many, and there is, half a day's work on getting the starts, and suddenly he's got everything he needs in his armoury. But there he is in third place, podium in his first race weekend. However, René Rast looking very much like a championship hopeful here. 2 starts straight now as Jeroen Bleekemolen second, started his championship winning campaign last year. Nick Tandy third place today, fourth place yesterday. Really good start to his season. Rosina in fourth, Seidler, Halliday, Zampedri, the rest already across the line as battles continue to rage. Tim Bridgman is going to finish just outside or just inside the top 8, I think. But here, Heisman holding on, only just over Seyfarth. Ooh, drag race to the line. Heisman's going to get it surely. No, Seyfarth is in front. On traction, he out-dragged him to the line. Great work by Jan Seyfarth, really good. Salman Al Khalifa right behind them. So, for the second time in 2 days, René Rast wins for the Al Faisal Lechner Racing team. And this time it's a team 1-2 with Jeroen Bleekemolen, the defending drivers' champion, in second place. And of course, he does not carry the number 1, Bleekemolen, because he left the champion team, Conrad Motorsport. So third, and that is driven by Nick Tandy from Great Britain. Well, René Rast, 2 really good race days for him, and Jeroen Bleekemolen stepping up the order after yesterday finishing off the podium and just a little strung out in the, well, not quite in the middle of the field, in 5th place, but didn't really seem to have the pace to be able to stay with or challenge the leaders, and certainly nobody's been able to catch René Rast. Fastest race lap yesterday was not Rast, in fact, it was Norbert Seidler. So it'll be interesting to see who produces the fastest race lap today. But Rast, gloves off already, trying to cool down. And Bleekemolen, that makes very good racing for Walter Lechner, doesn't it? He had 2 drivers on the podium yesterday with Rast and Rosina. And Conrad Motorsport on the podium with their new boy, Nick Tandy. Stefan Rosina third yesterday, second yesterday, fourth today. Good start to the season for him as well. And Sean Edwards, 15th place. I think perhaps promised a little more than that, but got shuffled down the order early on, didn't he? Very good enterprising race from Tim Bridgman though. Bridgman 11th yesterday, finished a couple of spots higher up today, and as for Niall Breen, unfortunately punted off through no fault of his own, the only man who failed to complete the race distance. And Chris